10, Super Crest 69, Might and Power 120, Summer Bow 9.15, and Vita Man and Broanne are both at fairly long odds. We'll be back with Alan Thomas's call of the Hollindale Cup after this bracket of commercials on Sky Race Day.
About the home turn, then just sort of hacked his way down to the winning post, and when he came back, you got to hear the applause from through the broadcast box glass. Long time since I can really feel an aura about a horse. You could feel it about Gun Sind years ago, although he didn't race much here. But when he did, he had a bit of magic, and of course when he had his farewell day at Doom, but he didn't race when he was paraded, it was a very emotional day. But the Australian public love this horse, Might and Power. Now he's gone in. Jazzac and Summer Bow have gone up. We're ready to go. Stand by for a start. Group 2, wait for age. We'll quick flick, lead Might and Power. What will the tactics be? We'll know. They're off. He's missed it, Might and Power. He's come out at the tail of the field, would you believe? Jazzac from the inside was the first to go, and Quick Flick began quickly, followed by Vita Man and Summer Crest. Might and Power's been stoked up by York. He's gone through to fourth spot. He'll get outside these horses in a moment and go up towards the lead. Broanne on his outside from Summer Bow and last Galactic Valley. Down the back, 14.50 to go. Quick Flick is the leader. Might and Power's gone up to join him on the outside, and they go together down the back straight. Broanne third. Jazzac getting a nice cushy run on the inside. Vita Man's racing fifth in the middle. 2 lengths away, then Super Crest on the inside of Summer Bow, and about 5 to Galactic Valley. York had taken Might and Power to the lead at the 1100 metres mark. He's bowling along by 2 to Quick Flick, who wants to over race on the inside of Broanne. 1.5 lengths to Vita Man on the outside of Jazzac. 1 length further back is Summer Bow. On the fence then as they start the run down the side, Super Crest, and last of all is Galactic Valley. They're on the side of the track there. 900 from home, Might and Power, the pacemaker. He's just increasing the tempo now. He led 1 3/4 to Broanne. On the French third is Quick Flick. 1.5 lengths to Vita Man, followed by Jazzac. 1 length away, Summer Bow, Super Crest, and last of all is Galactic Valley. Past the 600 metres mark, and York said it's time to go, and away went Might and Power. He came to the bend with a lead of about 4 or 5 lengths over Quick Flick and Broanne, and then Vita Man, Jazzac, Summer Bow, Super Crest, and Galactic Valley. Around the bend, 3.50 to go, and Might and Power, he's a mile in front, turning for home. Might and Power's out, 6 lengths to Quick Flick. Summer Bow on the outside is running home well, and then Vita Man, but it's all Might and Power. York had a peep over the shoulder. He didn't get out of the gates all that well. It took him a while to get to the front, but he's 6, 7, 8 in front of Summer Bow. The crowd are going berserk here. Might and Power, he's careered away. He's down. He won by a big margin. I reckon John Tapp was right. I reckon he won by 6.5 lengths to Summer Bow. Third's either Galactic Valley or Jazzac, and then Super Crest, followed by Quick Flick. A long way back on the field then to Broanne, and last time was Vita Man. The time, 1:47.29, doesn't break the course record. Well, look at York. He pulled him up the last 50 yards. Oh, this will be a tremendous reception for this horse when he comes back. He didn't begin all that well. He was last out of the gates, and York had to shake him up. He went to the lead down the back and past the 700. He said it was time to go. The numbers are in the frame. I'll just check the third number. It is 1 Galactic Valley. It's 5, 6 and 1. Might and Power, Summer Bow, Galactic Valley. He said it's time to go, about the 700, and he absolutely just careered away in the straight, and he has won by a big margin. Now here's the start of the race. That's him, Might and Power, at about the number 6 barrier. He's got white colours on. You can see he just moves and takes a half backward step when the gates open, and he came out at the tail of the field, and York had to, you'll see York here, get into him early. He just reins him up, and then goes through in between those horses, eventually outside them, and went to the front down the back straight, and he's won and won easily. You can see there Brian's really making him get into the bridle. He wanted to get him going, and he just went through the field, and he won and won easily. John Tapp's estimated margin was 6.5 lengths. I tell you what, he wasn't far out. It was 6.5 till about 2 bounds from home, and Brian really eased him down. It was 5 3/4. 5 3/4 by 3/4 was the margins, and the time was 1:47.29. Here's Might and Power. He's coming back to scale here. Tremendous scene here. Absolutely tremendous scenes as we look at him here over the final 300 metres of the race. Brian York's bringing this horse down a long way. He's taking him right down for the public to have a close look at him. And this is what his rivals saw of him as he careered away down the running at the coast. You can see York, he starts to pull him up. He said, oh, you've done enough. And Summer Bow got home into second placing. And Galactic Valley on the outside got up to run third. Jazak fourth, and Quick Flick weakened out of it. Might and Power about to come back through the gate with Brian York aboard. And what's he? Is he propped the horse, or is Brian just waiting? I think he might be waiting. Oh, is he waiting for Nick Moratis to come down and lead him in? I think that might be the problem. It's not worrying old Might and Power, or young Might and Power. He's only 4. And here he comes. Tremendous reception. I'm not sure whether you can pick it up on the broadcast here or not, but you'll see the people applauding in the background. Nick Moratis and the connections bringing him back to scale. He's an amazing horse. He is amazing. He is well named, isn't he? Might and Power, and that's what he is. Great triumph again for Brian York. And R.L.R. Octagonal, isn't it? This horse is now a public horse, as Nick Moratis outlined to John Tapp. They try and take him everywhere they can to let people look at him. And Octagonal was the same. The crowd loved him, the public loved him, and with Occy gone, they have found a suitable replacement in the name of Might and Power. 5, 6 and 1 in the numbers. You've had the tote dividends, 5 3/4 by 3/4. The time was 1:47.29.
And there's Brian York unsaddling a horse. As you can see, there's not a lot of rise and falling in the loins there. This horse is, I think he'd go around again. You heard Brian York tell Tappy before that he thought he had another 3 or 4 lengths in him last start. And this horse is an extraordinary aerobic machine. Absolute flying machine, an aerobic machine. I wish we could get his system out. We put it in the Olympic Games, people, we'd never lose a medal. He just never puffs. What a crowd, what a scene. Look at that scene there. Beautiful scenes from the Gold Coast. It must swell the pride of those people involved in the promotion of a day on a Wednesday on the Gold Coast, getting a crowd like that, as we can see the press there standing alongside. Peter Cameron there from the Courier Mail with his hands clasped across his chest. And there's Might and Power going to the line. Daylight was second, about 6.5. It looked to me like every bit of that, 6.5 to 7 lengths, and a brilliant piece of galloping performance by Might and Power. Let's go to the bread and butter now. Pays the bills. Let's go to Ron at Sandown Park.
Almost set to go now, race.
Always a pleasure to see Darren McCauley in the Eastern States, and Darren joins a host of fellow callers here today at the Gold Coast, and you have just feasted your eyes upon a racing legend, Might and Power.
Haven't we been blessed? What a day, what a horse, and just the imposing statue of him in the mounting yard, something to see. He's just a freak, and to run a race record and to do it with Yorkie having a couple of long looks around, seeing the opposition who are no slouches. Fantastic performance, and they ripped the roof off the rafters here today, didn't they?
You and I were just commenting during the running of the race, you can have all the brass bands and marching girls in the world. All they want is a good horse.
Give them a good equine athlete on the day and they'll come from everywhere, because it's about racing. They've come to see good horses, and I think the people of Queensland were pretty fortunate. And isn't it great that the owners and the Denhams are prepared to bring a horse, you know, this far up the coast, to
Share
get
him
people,
with the world.
share him around with the racing public. I think it's fantastic.
Well, Darren, when you get home, you better talk to the WATC and get them to invent a race with 1 or 2 incentives and get him to the west.
Well, do you reckon they'd come, Tappy?
You never know. Oh, they might. They just might.
Well, you look back over the years, they brought Vogue across in the late 80s. They brought Kingston Town across in the early 80s. So I guess there's that drawing power still there.
You've done your race?
Yeah, thank goodness. It was a nice load off my mind, I can tell you. A 2-year-old of 17. First time at the Gold Coast. Didn't I need the blowout?
Thanks for talking to us, mate. It's lovely to see you, and
thanks,
it's just
John.
a pity we can't do it more often.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure and certain. It's been great, and I'm absolutely delighted with the way the Gold Coast Turf Club have looked after all the commentators. I'll be going home with pretty fond memories of this trip.
I reckon you will. Good to see you, mate.
Thanks, John.
Darren McCauley, the king of WA racing, right here today on the Gold Coast. Richard?
Thanks very much, Tappy. The two kings up there talking to each other. And Tappy, of course, is up there. He's calling a race in a minute for the club, the Prime Minister's Cup, coming up. That's a big race coming up. Let's take a break. Be back with Sandown. Best race, or the biggest race of the day, the Prime Minister's Cup, the time-honoured race. Marble Halls is 3:55. Cronus 4:70. 765 our Silky Oak, 890 for Star Covet. But Marble Halls, the Freedman trained Nassipor gelding, is the favourite at 355. Over page is Lomas 77.75 for the others. I Like Him is Alan Thomas's tip, and a special from Star Covet, Marble Halls and that marvellous stayer Cronus is his fourth tip. 4, 9, 2 and 3. They're the tips from Alan Thomas, who is trackside today. Let's take a break and be back before the Prime Minister's Cup with the Sandown Greyhound. With the favourite there, the Freedman-trained Nassipor gelding, Bob Scarborough-owned Marble Halls. See if he can return to form. And let's go to Alan Thomas, who's having a great day up there. Not only beautiful weather, but wonderful racing.
Tremendous racing, Richard. Really great card here today. And that was evidenced by the win of Might and Power in the previous race. Now they're about to come up into the starting gates, just milling around behind the line. They'll be coming in shortly. Starmaker won this race last year, gave bookmakers a big result, ridden by Gary Doughty, defeated Racing Writer and Desert Chill. Desert Chill went on to win the Brisbane Cup. In 96 it was Electronic. And Glenn Boss rode Electronic and had a wide gate and just kept going. Won easily. Now, Gentle Wind and I Like Him behind the line. Star Covet's now gone forward. Low Mass has moved up. Gee, it's been a good day for Brian York. He rides Sunny Lane here. And he's having a super day, Brian. He won the first race today on Arctic Venture. The second race today was won by Ricari and McPelling. And then the third went the way of number 5, King Lotto Jimmy Byrne. And then in the fourth, Brian won on Desert Action, got home by a nose, and then he won on Might and Power. So he's going for 4 wins here on Sunny Lane. Now, Dannemora moved up. We're just about ready. Magnet Bay about to come up into the gates. There's Magnet Bay with the white with the red V. Disappointed in the Chairman's Hand and the Labor Day Cup. Magnet Bay. And his trainer will be hoping for a better performance here. Now, Princedale Derby goes up. Waltazar about to go up with the white cap. I would assume he'd be the pacemaker. And then Eagle Charge, Cronus backing up after the Labor Day Cup on Monday. He ran a very nice race to finish third to Yaquina Bay. It's just a matter whether you think if he was a little bit tired at the end of the 2000 on Monday, if he'd be fit enough to run 2400 here today, although the track's not rain affected as it was the other day at Doomben. Now Cronus to come up. He's the Adelaide Cup winner. Grant Cooksley in the saddle. And I think now they're all set. Yep, they're all placed away for the Conrad Jupiter's Prime Minister's Cup. Group 2, $300,000 race. The light is on. They're set to go. Marble Halls on the outside rail. They steady down. And they're off and racing. Star Covet near the inside was one of the first to go. Our Silky Oak began okay, and Low Mass and Sunny Lane began well. I Like Him going up towards the lead. Magnet Bay just behind them, and Princedale Derby coming down the middle of the track. Now Marble Halls Dye's gone back a bit on him today. He's going to run about 6th position, but he's got plenty of daylight and he's starting to come down the outside. Running to the winning post the first time, Princedale Derby led I Like Him, and Waltazar's raced up. Marble Halls has gone up to 4th position to be running second in a moment. Dye, I don't think you're able to hold him. Further back on the fence on the turn out of the straight, our Silky Oak on the inside of Sunny Lane, and then Low Mass followed by Cronus, Magnet Bay, Dannemora, Eagle Charge, Gentle Winner, last of all Star Covet. Out of the straight, 1600 to go. Waltazar the leader. Marble Halls has gone into second place. Princedale Derby third. I Like Him as fourth, one off the fence, and our Silky Oak fifth the rail. Sunny Lane is 6th. Magnet Bay 7th, travelling a little bit deep on the rails as Cronus, and then Low Mass followed then by Gentle Wind on the inside of Dannemora, and together last Eagle Charge on the outside of Star Covet. Down the back straight, 1350 to go. Waltazar the pacemaker, 2 lengths to Marble Halls. He's settling a little better. A length and a half to Princedale Derby. I Like Him as 4th on the outside as the speed starts to slow a touch. Our Silky Oak is 5th on the inside of Sunny Lane, and Magnet Bay 3 deep. Cronus is next on the rails, a length to Low Mass, 2 lengths away. Gentle Wind on the inside of Dannemora, and together last Eagle Charge on the outside of Star Covet. Up to the top corner, 900 metres left to run 1 in the Prime Minister's Cup, and Waltazar the leader. Marble Hall's breathing down the neck of the leader. A length and a half to Prince Del Derby, third on the inside of I Like Him. The now Silky Oak on the inside of Magnet Bay. Cronus is dead set centre field on the inside of Sunny Lane, and then Danamora followed by Gentle Wind, Low Mass, and then Star Covered and Eagle Charge. Past the 600 approaching the turn. Waltazar just in front of Marble Hall. Prince Del Derby and I Like Him going up quickly. Our Silky Oak looking for the way out. Cronus going up on the fence, and then Magnet Bay and Sunny Lane and Danamora into the straight. Marble Halls is the leader. I Like Him coming after Marble Halls, followed by Prince Del Derby. Star Covered, Our Silky Oak, and further back is Magnet Bay. Marble Halls in front at the 200. Here's Star Covered. He's the big danger. He's out after Marble Halls, followed by Our Silky Oak, but shortly afterwards Star Covered went to the lead. Marble Hall second. Look at Cronus getting out and coming home late, but Star Covered took the lead close to home, and Star Covered won the Prime Minister's from a very close photo between Cronus and Marble Halls. Then Gentle Win, Our Silky Oak, I Like Him, Magnet Bay, Eagle Charge, Danamora, and then Prince Del Derby, Low Mass, Waltazar, and last home Sunny Lane. Star Covered, number 9, ridden by Greg Hall, has come from last to win the Conrad Jupiter's Prime Minister's Cup. $10.05 and $2.80. Very close second and third. Only a touch separating 3 Cronus at $2 and 2 Marble Halls at $1.45. Very close photo for second and third. Okay, does he run a track record, has he? 2:26.71. He's broken the race record and the track record, staying to the credit of Royal Magic. Now here they come. Now there's Star Covered, second last on your screen on the fence. Second last on the rails in those orange colours, and Hall's got him off the fence now as they approach the home turn. Now 3's got second in the photo, Cronus. 2 is third, Marble Halls. It's 9, 3 and 2. And as they head for home, Marble Halls first around the bend. Now let's look for Star Covered. He's about 6 horses out from the fence. He's in those orange colours. They're actually orange and purple stripes. He's 3 from the outside when they straighten. Dye went for home on Marble Halls. I Like Him struggling in second spot. Our Silky Oak. Cronus is going through towards the fence with the white cap on. Probably had a little bit of trouble getting a run. They tighten up a bit here, and here's Star Covered. Greg Hall just chiming in at the right time. Our Silky Oak having a bit, or I Like Him, it was just getting sort of half cut out, but he was gone at the time. But Marble Halls quickly tackled by Star Covered. Cronus got out into the clear. He's on line for the Brisbane Cup, Cronus. Our Silky Oak in 4th position, and Gentle Wind's going up on the fence in those purple colours. But Star Covered, beaten in the Wagga Cup at his previous start, but dropped a heck of a lot in the weights. He had 58. He dropped 6.5 kilos for that race today, and he was too good. The Quinella paid $26.70, and the Trifecta paid $185.60. Number 9, Star Covered by Covetous out of Matilda's Waltz, a 4-year-old chestnut gelding, is raced by the Rose family. Have a listen to them. KJ, Mrs. MM, Mrs. EL, EJ, JGW and Mrs. LM Rose. Trained by Robert Johnston at Hawkesbury, and Greg Hall, another big race winning ride to Greg Hall. Margins, a length and a half and a short head. The second place getter, number 3, Cronus. I think he'll win the Brisbane Cup, this horse. I'm sure he will. By Zabeel out of Foreign Copy. Trained by Roger James at Matamata. The rider was Grant Cooksley. And 2 third Marble Halls. He's over racing in these races. By Nassapur out of Julesy. Trained by Lee Friedman and was ridden by Shane Dye. Shane tried to get him over in the early and middle part, to get him over in between horses, but he got plenty of daylight coming down the running the first time. And he ran a good race, Marble Halls. He just won't settle in his races. If the day that he decides to settle in a big race, he'll win one. There's no doubt about it. As Greg Hall returns to scale. Greg Hall. The first 4, by the way, on the numbers 9, 3, 2 and 8, has paid $1,712. $1,712 is the first 4 on the Prime Minister's Cup. Okay, there we have it. The run of the race. Brisbane Cup point of view. Cronus. I know he's got nearly a month away from the Brisbane Cup, Richard, but you should be getting on.
Great run there for the 3rd spot, wasn't it? The Cronus. In fact, he finished second in front of Marble Halls, and as you say, Shane Dye wasn't relaxed all the run over the 2,400 metres. But you can't take it away from the Covetous horse, Star Covered. A great win. Great win there.
they're racing. Might and Power hesitated at the start, missed it a length or so. Jazzac was the first to break the line. Going quickly, Quick Flick in the early part. Vitaman's to third. Supercrest is fourth. Followed by Might and Power. He's racing 3 off the rails. He may have just got onto the heels of Vitaman there. Broan is outside of him, but Yorkie's going to send him forward. Supercrest is drifting back, and then Summerbow and Galactic Valley drops to the rear. Quick Flick is the leader as they sweep towards the back, 1,400 metres out. Might and Power sliding up on the outside of Quick Flick. A length and a half away third is Broan, but she's deep. Vitaman is next in the centre. There's no speed on at the moment. Next on the rails, fifth is Jazzac, followed by Summerbow. He's trailing today. He's about 6 lengths off the lead. Yorkie's let the big horse go now as they go along the back, and he's gone to the front. Back second last is Supercrest and Galactic Valley. He's last of all. They're on the next bend, 1,000 metres to go. Might and Power is over on the rails now, and he's bowling along. It's Might and Power by a length and a half. Broan is running second. Quick Flick is tucked away third. Over on the rails, one to Vitaman, followed by Jazzac, Summerbow, then Supercrest and Galactic Valley. Might and Power is in front as they come down the side. 700 metres to go. Yorkie's just increasing the tempo now, and he's moved away from them. Might and Power will come onto the bend. 3 lengths in front. In second berth, Quick Flick, followed by Broan, Vitaman. Next on the rails is Jazzac, then Summerbow, Supercrest and Galactic Valley. On the home turn, 400 metres out. Might and Power. He's in full flight now. He's dashed away 5 lengths clear. In second berth, Quick Flick, followed by Jazzac, and then Vitaman and Summerbow on the outside. But look at this big horse go. 150 metres out. He's all might. He's all power. Might and Power romping away in the run to the line. Yorkie puts the brakes on in the run to the post. He's won by 6 lengths. Summerbow second, third Galactic Valley or Jazzac, followed in by Supercrest, and then Quick Flick, Vitaman and Broan, the last one over the line.
5 Might and Power, 120, 104, 6 Summerbow, 140. We'll check third.
Is he a racehorse? The mighty Might and Power has given them a trouncing this afternoon.
But on Super Tab, the winner 5, Might and Power, 120 money back. Second number 6, Summerbow, 120. And there's a photo for third, but that's a super horse, isn't it? Might and Power.
Okay, boy, we've got another assignment in a couple of weeks' time. Let's take it easy in the run to the line. And he put on the brakes in the run to the post, and Might and Power has cruised to the line to win by about 6 lengths. Devastating performance by him. He hesitated at the start. It seemed as though he was a little slow to get going. And then he seemed as though he got onto the heels of Vitaman in the first 200 metres, and Brian just had to push forward on him to get him to clear the heels of Vitaman, and he had Broan on the outside of him. But then sweeping towards the back, he just cruised up on the outside of Quick Flick. Let me just have a look at it on replay again. Yes, he's definitely hesitated at the start. Whether he got a bump from another runner, we'll get the steward's report for you a little later. But after they'd gone 30 metres, Might and Power was actually last. And then Brian just pushed him through in the centre. He moved up on the outside of Quick Flick as they swept towards the back, and then he casually allowed him to go to the lead. And then from about the 700-metre point on, he just released the brakes, and the big horse was bounding away from them. Coming to the corner, he was 4 in front. At the 200, he was 6 in front. And then Brian has allowed him to just cruise to the post over the final stages. Now, folks, this is one of the greatest horses in the country. He could be one of the greatest horses in the world. We've seen him in Queensland today. Let's give him a round of applause as he comes back. Let's give Brian York a round of applause. He is a great horse, this horse, Might and Power, and the applause breaking out here at the Gold Coast, their acknowledgement of a wonderful performance by him today. Time is 1:47.29. They're just outside of the course record. It's a new race record. It's the fastest Hollindale Cup in history. Is that right? Yep. Have we got that right? 1:47.29. It's a new race record. No horse has won a Hollindale Cup in faster time than Might and Power. He's just missed the track record. The track record is 1:47.18. He's gone 1:47.29 today. 5 3/4 lengths the winning margin. 3/4 of a length between second and third. Now here he is. He's about to come back into the enclosure, and he's going to be afforded another great reception as he comes back, I'm sure. Brian just waiting for the connections of Might and Power to go down and greet this great Zabil 4-year-old. And the Moratis family are down there now taking hold of this great horse as he comes back in, and the applause is breaking out. A very big crowd in attendance here at the Gold Coast today. And as Might and Power and the Moratis family lead him back down the race, the applause continues for this great racehorse. He's by Zabil. He's out of a mare called Benedict position. A day is done mare. He's raced by Nick Moratis, trained by Jack Denham at Rose Hill, and was ridden by Brian York. And
All right, we have to leave it there. They're at the boxes, Sandown. Let's go to Ian at Warwick Farm. What do you say about that, Ian?
I think awesome. Just sums it up in one word. Awesome. Number 1, Maringo Bay, 470.
And they're off in the Prime Minister's Cup. Look to come away in a nice even line. Walterzar, if anything, a shade slow. Our Silky Oak and Lomas amongst the best out. Sunny Lane is away quickly, and I Like Him is striding up now, looking for the lead. Prince Dal Derby is coming over from a wide gate, and he's going to burn them off. Prince Dal Derby crosses to lead down past the 200 on the first occasion. Walterzar going quickly after a tardy start. He's out 3 deep, and I Like Him in the centre. Marble Halls from his wide gate is 3 wide as they come to the judge, and being allowed to stride forward by Dye. At the head of the others then is Sunny Lane on the outside of Our Silky Oak, followed by Lomas. Magnet Bay 3 deep going out of the straight, and then Cronus followed by Danamora. A fair way back is Eagle Charge, followed by Gentle Wind, and last of all is Star Covet. About to swing to the back, about 1,500 metres out. Walterzar is the leader. Marble Halls in second place. Prince Dal Derby third. I Like Him as fourth on the outside. A length away is Our Silky Oak. A length to Sunny Lane in the centre. Magnet Bay 3 deep and can't get in. Cronus on the fence. Lomas between runners as they go to the back. A bit more than 2 to Gentle Wind. Ahead away Danamora. And the last couple are Eagle Charge and Star Covet as they race down the back of the course now. And Walterzar the leader at the 1,200 by 2 to Marble Halls with the mouth open. He's over racing. Prince Dal Derby in third place. I Like Him fourth. Followed by Our Silky Oak, Sunny Lane, Magnet Bay 3 deep doing it tough. And then Cronus getting a cushy run on the fence. Followed further back by Lomas. A gap to Gentle Wind and Danamora with Eagle Charge and Star Covet, the joint tail enders. They're racing around the top turn now, and with about 800 left to go. Walterzar the leader. Marble Halls in second place. It's a truly run Prime Minister's Cup. Prince Dal Derby third. I Like Him with the run of the race. Prince Dal Derby hooking out now is going to shunt. I Like Him about 4 deep as they come down the side. Our Silky Oak is next. They're bunching up, followed by Magnet Bay. Cronus in bother. He can't get a crack at them, followed by Danamora, and then Sunny Lane, and well back Gentle Wind, Lomas, Star Covet. Eagle Charge last as they thunder around the turn. Into the straight, Marble Halls the leader. On the outside, I Like Him is running on strongly. Our Silky Oak into the clear. Prince Dal Derby struggling. Cooksley is weaving a course on Cronus as they come down to the 200. Marble Halls well clear. Look at Star Covet. Star Covet on the outside, the New South Welshman. He went straight past Marble Halls as though the favourite was tied to the fence, and the Prime Minister's Cup is all over. Star Covet with ridiculous ease. Cronus got up for second, Marble Halls third, then Our Silky Oak and Gentle Wind, followed by I Like Him, Magnet Bay. Further back, Eagle Charge, Danamora, Prince Dal Derby, Lomas and Walterzar, and Sunny Lane last in the Conrad Jupiter's Prime Minister's Cup for 1998.
Double to pay 58.50. The winner 9, that's Star Covet. It's going to pay 8.92.90.
Record. A new track record has been registered by the winner, Star Covet, 226.71. 226.71, breaking the previous track record held by the New Zealand mare Royal Magic. And Star Covet must rate as one of the most improved horses in training. 12 months ago, I wouldn't have believed that he could win a race like the Prime Minister's Cup.
But in doing so, 8.92.90, 3 Cronus to pay 1.